Because you think about the structures that are in place that enable a community like ours, like for lack of a better term, the Frum community in America. So broadly speaking, kind of like Orthodox Jews. What has enabled the Frum world to succeed? All these sorts of things that we just basically take for granted, like a yeshiva day school system, a series of social services that are unparalleled in any other American community in the United States, maybe with the exception of Mormons, of the LDS Church, right? Like, I can't really think of any other community that has anything comparable to what we have. It's wild, right? Like if your car breaks down on the side of the road, you can call someone and they'll be there. Shomrim will be there, right? Like we have our own ambulance services that anybody can use, not just Jews. We have schools, we have higher education, we have university higher education, we have yeshiva higher education. Like we have this massive infrastructure that has never existed since Mount Sinai. What enables us to do it? Wealth creation. Like just we as a community, we're the wealthiest Jewish community that ever lived in all of human history. People can critique that, and there are critiques about conspicuous consumption that are important. And I believe the term Gvir culture was coined on this podcast, right? So you can talk about all those things, and they are important. Those are important conversations to have. But at a baseline, if we simply take for granted the economic growth as a community that's allowed us to get to this point, we are throwing our entire family out with the bathtub, not just the baby. The ideal that we should strive for is one in which you have a community that is engaged in wealth creation deliberately, and isn't afraid of that and isn't ashamed of that, that actually sees it as a positive good, that insists on being creative participants in the economy. So we're not just, finance is very important, but we're not sequestering ourselves in certain sectors of the economy. We're going into all different sectors, whether it's finance, private equity, entrepreneurship, whether it's startup foundation, defense tech, agri-tech. We're going into all these different fields. Number two, we're creative members of the economy. Number three, we understand that all of this wealth creation is only for the purpose of allowing us to build a better community that best serves God and can serve as a model for anybody else looking to be godly. So all the wealth we're having is not to enable us to go on vacations or not to enable us to build, buy better cars and build bigger houses. Even though, again, we can talk about those things, what role they play in our lives. But the ultimate point of our wealth is to enable the entire community to flourish in a better way.